Morning, everybody. I thought I'd give a little update on the F100 project. Had a little time Saturday morning. It's 11:30 now, so by the time you'll get to see this little thing, it'll be maybe Sunday. But I can give you. We had a little cab corner damage I had to repair with a stud gun. I wished I would have recorded that because that would have been a perfect lesson on dent pulling with a stud gun and a hammer. And then we got all the welds ground. Now everybody knows patch panels, you have to leave a little weld a little high or it'll be weak and crack. And then after we went back and got most every ground up, I had to inspect for holes, touch up a few spots with the welder. Had a few little dings there, I had to pull with a stud gun. Cab, most trucks, the back of the bed gets slammed up next to the cab. I had a little dent there to fix with the stud gun. Old truck, like I said, is in pretty good shape. On top, I had a little dent there I had to massage out. A little dent there I had to massage out. But I'm starting on this side. And you can see, I did get the shop. I did put back my hole. Just for now, anyway. And this one here, I like to hit my welds with a rock grinder, knock them down to get them level. Not completely level, but get them close. And then I'll go back and well, I'll show you what I do. Is I use a little flapper disc. And there's the one I've already used. And I like to start with a fresh one. Each one, that way I don't have a sharp edge. Then I use a rock grinder to my first grind. Then when I get done with all that, I'll go back with the DA and clean it up, cut all the etch off of it, all the E-coat. What I'm calling E-coat is that black stuff. Oop, I'm a little unfocused here. What's going on? There we go. Now that E-coat, the manufacturer puts that on there just to keep it from rusting. It's not something you paint over. It won't hold up. You hit it with a piece of sand, or you hit it with 320 and it'll come right to bare metal. And that's not a good base coat. The substructure. Alright. Or substrate, excuse me. Alright. Oh yeah, I was talking about the stud gun. I said I should have done a video on it. This is what we call a stud gun. And you take these things, they're like nails. We go in the end here. Stick them in the end. You have to have it ground down so this grounds to the metal and this welds the stud on when you push in on it. And you pull the trigger right here. Once that nail is on the panel, well, give me a minute. You pull the gun off. It's like this. And see right there where that little spot is? That would have been welded there. And you take this thing is called a slide hammer, which is right here. This is a slide hammer. See, and nail goes in the end of it, and you bam, bam, bam. That's how it works. Then, like I say, after you put your nail on there and you got your slide hammer on, you do a little pulling on it. Wherever your crease is high or whatever, you take your hammer and tap it down. A lot of times you're mainly trying to get your dent back, but then you don't want your oil can. You want to make sure you get your oil can out. All right, that was what I was talking about. I wished I'd have just set the camera up and showed how I did the process. And I got all the dents out now, so I don't have nothing to do with it right now. Maybe I can try it on this fender and do a little segment on this fender, because it's really damaged right in there. So I've got to get some of it pulled out. It'll come out. I can get all that back straight again. I just got to get it where I mount it back on the cab. But I need it off to do some other things. This is why I stress cut that substrate off, that E-coat from the manufacturer, because see how these this right here is where it's not etched. It's not sticking to the metal. See right here? Yeah. You can see all that. And you put paint and all on that, and then later on down the road it flakes off. That would be why. That's why I stress, cut it off. All the way to bare metal and put a good etch primer on it. See, it looks totally different there if you sand it. Some of you people are wondering why I'm not stripping the truck. One, it's not that kind of a paint job. It's not, you know, a full-on restoration. It's just to make it look pretty again and make it last long enough for the grandchild to enjoy it that the man's giving it to. And the paint that's on it is actually stuck really well. And it's so oxidized, it's kind of porous, which means it'll be a good etch base. You know, which I am going to epoxy the vehicle before I do anything. You know, so. But that's just wanted to let everybody know the reason why it's not being stripped to bare metal. So nobody gets the wrong impression. Oh, you're not doing it right. You need to strip it to bare metal. Well, no, you don't. It's a perfect foundation for a paint job.